They came here to escape the Hong Kong authorities. But exiles living in the UK have been subjected to an escalating campaign of surveillance and intimidation.
Do we see actors acting on behalf of the Chinese state engaging in activity that threatens UK national security? Yes, of course. Every day in life.
Today, another warning that almost 30 years since it stopped being a British colony, Hong Kong is waging a shadow war in the UK, increasingly adopting Beijing's authoritarian playbook. On trial in London, dual Chinese-British nationals Yuen, a retired Hong Kong police superintendent, and UK Border Force official Peter Y, who is also a special constable with the City of London Police. Both men accused of shadow policing operations for China on British soil. It's here at the unassuming Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office in central London where operations were run. Yuen was office manager here, but in reality he was also gathering intelligence for authorities in Hong Kong, receiving hundreds of thousands of pounds which he used to pay Peter Y to track dissidents, behaving, the prosecution argued, as though they had the right to act as police or state intelligence here in the UK when no such right existed. Hong Kong authorities have made no secret of their desire to track down dissidents linked to pro-democracy protests, offering bounties of up to £100,000 for information. Y used UK Border Force systems to gather intelligence for Yuen. Yuen also commissioned filming of protests to try and track down exiles wanted by authorities back in Hong Kong, who they referred to as cockroaches. One of those was Fin Lau, who has a six-figure bounty on his head.
I was shocked when I realized that my name are being listed on the summary of evidence. I was not informed by the relevant parties beforehand.
Do you feel safe in the UK?
I do not feel safe to live in the UK, although I treat this as my second home since 2019. So what I have encountered for the last few years, despite the so-called protection by the UK government, is that I have been facing different sorts of spies, different sorts of, well, even physical harassment.
Hello, can you please open the door?
It was this operation in Pontefract that led to their arrest for foreign interference. Another man working with them, ex-Marine Matthew Trickett, was also arrested, but took his own life shortly after being released on bail. Their target was a woman accused of stealing millions from an influential businesswoman who flew in with two retired Hong Kong police officers after Yuen's men had tracked the woman down to West Yorkshire.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, can you open up? We need to investigate the leak. Ma'am.
Their own video footage reveals them posing as maintenance men to trick the occupant to open. When she didn't, they forced their way in. But she wasn't there. MI5 had been tracking the group and had warned her to move out. The jury were unable to reach a verdict of foreign interference for that incident, but today found Yuen and Y guilty of assisting a foreign intelligence service. Y was also found guilty of misconduct in public office for misusing Home Office databases. The case has laid bare the reality for some of those who seek sanctuary in Britain. Can you describe what it feels like to always be watching your back?
Well, to me, unfortunately, I have get used to the life that I need to keep looking around whether I'm being followed or maybe facing some sort of security risk. Some people may break into my home. I have been moving home every year because of security risk. This is not a normal life of many people.
The trial has been a big test for the UK's new National Security Act, designed to stop foreign interference, but also for relations with Hong Kong, a territory once under British rule, now actively operating against it.